Hey there everybody, I'm back again today. I thought I'd try something new out. Instead of doing my normal covers and stuff, I thought that I would try to give some advice for young musicians. Specifically, I'm talking to high school students or maybe college students. But these really could apply to anyone who it feels like they are a musician. So one of the most important things that I have found as a musician is that I really get a lot better when I practice every day. And it's kind of one of those things that you don't really notice. If you practice every day for a month, day to day, it doesn't feel like you're getting much better. But if you compare yourself at the beginning of that month to the end of the month, if you're practicing for, let's say, an hour a day, you really improve yourself quite a bit over that month. Secondly, teach yourself. Being young, you don't have a lot of money, and just off of YouTube, you can learn just about anything you want to learn, from the most basic chord patterns, or even piano lessons, to the most complicated music, crazy solos on the guitar and stuff like that. So I don't really think it's worth wasting your money unless, you really have that means. Another thing that I've found very useful is trying out new things, whether that's trying out playing a new song type that you're not really used to playing, or singing something that's a little out of your style. People really find it interesting when you can take a song and put your own twist on it. Just singing it exactly how the artist sings it doesn't always make it the most interesting. And I say this next one with a little bit of caution, but nobody really cares how good you are. And I'm not saying you shouldn't try to be your best, but if you perform, that's a lot more than what a lot of people can say. Not a lot of people can get up on a stage in front of, 10, 100, 1,000 people and perform. And it's really okay to mess up. I can't think of a single time that I've had a performance where I haven't messed up. And the more important part than, playing things perfectly is being personable, talking with people, making jokes during your acts, or whatever you need to do to help yourself relax. Then another thing is, it's really important to put yourself out there, and perform as often as you can. Now, whether that's making YouTube videos or playing at gigs, it's just really important for other people to hear your music, because if you have really good friends who really want to help you improve as a person, they can critique you and give you some advice in a positive manner. It's important to learn from others. I would say that that's how I've grown most as a musician. Talking to people who are experts, your music teachers, or friends who are really, really talented on their instrument. Just talking with them and asking them what was something you learned that really helped you as a musician. Another thing is, I feel like it's really important to record yourself and critique it. I can't say how often I do this. It's pretty often, where I'll just record myself over and over and over singing the same song, or even just a section of a song, and I'll listen for different parts where I'm like, you sound a little flat there, or it just doesn't quite fit right. It's not smooth, and that's what people are looking for in music. And it's okay to be nervous to perform in front of other people. I'm nervous every single time I perform, but that's all right. No one's gonna blame you for being a little nervous, having a little bit of a shaky leg. People are very supportive, I've found, at least at a lower caliber of music. Now, if you're performing in front of 10,000 people and you make a big mistake, that's when people make a big deal out of it. But if you're just playing at a local coffee shop, which I highly recommend, if you can find a way to get to an open mic or a karaoke night, or just some sort of jam session, I highly recommend it. It really boosts your self-confidence, and it's really a good way to make money. last week I played at a gig at a coffee house, and I only played for, I think, an hour and a half, which is pretty long, but I made $80, which is, I don't know, like 53 dollars an hour for that hour and a half. So that was, a very, very good way to make money. I don't know how many of you can make that much money in an hour at such a young age. And then the last thing is, you don't need to be the best. You don't need to be better than the person next to you. It's not really a good way to compare yourself. You just need to be your best and always try to improve on that best. And like I said, the more important thing is being personable, because people don't want you to sit up on stage and, be some pretentious person who just feels like you're arrogant towards how good you are. And it's not really helpful for yourself, and it's really going to slow down how well you can progress. So anyways, those are my 10 tips for young musicians. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video, and if there's any topics that you would like me to talk about in the future.